Are live. Now, I don't even know if the air horn came on, but yo, this is Set with Set and Key Media, and I'm back with another one. Man, hey, it's been a long time since I've seen it on the horizontal, but today we got a good one, man, because Cam Newton could not defend himself against this woman right here. For some strange reason, she cooked, bro. But let's get into it.
And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, if that's what you want, you will. You'll get whatever you want. You're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish. Epitome of selfish.
So former NFL quarterback Cam Newton got eaten alive by a psychologist who he was interviewing on his show when the subject came up of him having 8 children with 3 baby mamas. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better.
All right.
Guys, before on this channel, Newton is no stranger on this channel. We've criticized his views on race and politics, and now we're going to criticize his views on creating broken homes. This man has 8 children with 3 different baby mamas, and he's trying to defend these actions when interviewing a doctor and psychologist by the name Cheyenne Bryant, and she does not take it one bit. Let's watch the clip.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high function.
What situation?
See my situation? That's a very vague question, and it's for you
What
to...
situation are you referring to that they're looking at and thinking is not high function?
Just my life.
Your life entirely, or your life in relationships?
My life.
See, don't deflect. Let's stay here. Your life entirely.
Here's the thing, though. You see how her voice is kind of coming off as, like, conflicting? Mm-hmm. So, if she's supposed to be, like, some type of psychologist and you're coming in, like, trying to, argue with me, I could kind of see where he just plays around with her. It's like, yo, you're trying to be serious, and I'm on a podcast trying to keep it light. But, hey, though, you should have pulled up to the fight ready to throw hands.
Really,
well,
are your
or
life in
words, I guess.
I can already tell he's out.
Entirely, are your life in relationships?
I can already tell he's outmatched.
Your mentality is your life in
He tried to pull a
relationship.
little joke. He's trying to hyper intellectualize something that is very simple, and she said, "Don't deflect. Let's bring it back together." Like training a pet, to be honest. She said, "Bring it back. Bring the attention back. Let's talk about this."
Both, really.
And they think that you're low functioning.
No, I don't.
You just said people see your life and think you're not high functioning. The opposite of that would be low functioning.
No. Okay, so here you go. You're trying to take my intentions away from... This is... Can I correct it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or can I give you more...
Yes, more information. Heck yeah.
So, I'm not married, right? I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool.
It's
By how
8.
many women?
3. Okay. And this is the kicker. I want more.
Hey, my nigga. Hey, Newton. Hey, guys, she's like, he want more? But let's hear them cook. Because like I said, there's something that they said that I just honestly couldn't agree with. It was on the point of, well, I guess broken families. But let's hear them out.
Indeed. Okay. The only kicking that Cam Newton needs to be doing is in the NFL. Stop kicking babies into new women. Oh my gosh.
Hey, he can take care of them. Who are you to tell him what he used to do with his money and his, hey, stop dick policing, okay? Come on now.
Please.
Yeah, that's like
you know
Nick
what?
Cannon,
We go back and
all
forth
his
on
kids
this
and
channel
multiple
my thoughts
baby
about
mamas.
marriage and whether or not I'm personally a supporter of marriage in my own life. But what I am a supporter of 100%, and I'll say this very clearly, is sticking with one person and having your children with that person.
Okay, well, just say that you have Christian values or, well, I guess, yeah, Christian values about marriage. Because there's some people who don't believe in that. There's people who are Muslim who don't believe in that. There's people who Hindu or don't believe in that. So the problem is, do you guys think you really have a righteous way of like putting that on people? Or are you kind of just, well, I'm going to state it like this. Are you kind of like projecting how you want people to live versus how they want to live? Like, let's be real. Cam Newton is cool with all of his kids. He's cool with all of his baby moms. Mm-hmm. Like, can we really say he has a broken family?
No.
Yeah. Like, now, I understand that she thinks that, oh, well, you should just be with one woman and cool. That's how you want to live. And that's perfectly fine. But you shouldn't force that, or you shouldn't press the way you want to live on other people.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a broken family to me. Sounds like he just got a big family.
Yeah, low key. And because it ain't the way that they wanted their big family to be, they feel like it's broken. I'm like, okay,
Facts.
he got three women and his kids. That's a big family, low key. But the way they wanted it was that, and this is where she kind of sounded asinine when she said this. Oh, why can't you just pop out 10 kids out of me? I'm like, so yeah, do you know what I would do to you? Do you know what that would you'll have she don't got no kids, not married or anything. And it's kind of like it's always y'all women that talk from that perspective, low key, to be like, I had that one
Right.
kid. Maybe I can respect the nigga wanting a girl for another.
Like, baby, you're tiny. Keep that weight.
Man.
And trying to make things work for those kids instead of going around and creating 8 different children with 3 different women. That's a lot. It's a lot of work, and I guarantee you it's work that Cam Newton is not doing.
By
It's actually not
multiple
a lot
women.
It
What's
really
the
isn't.
intention? By your wife.
I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay. And you
Quite
have so you
simple,
just
Because
actually.
my point is this.
Okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So,
Y'all make
as
sure
you
to
would
like
say
the
it,
video.
Dr. Brian, you said it. I didn't say it. I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
Whoa, okay. Cam, if you don't want to get married, okay, cool. We can have a discussion about that. But maybe stick with one woman for your children instead of running around and fornicating
Well-
with as many as you possibly can, just willy-nilly going around and creating children.
But is he taking care of them? Yeah. So, like, where's our
And
look?
doesn't the
Cam
Bible
Newton
say to be fruitful
is
and
not the right
multiply?
poster child for this conversation. We need to find somebody who's not taking care of their kids and doing this. Cam Newton, as much as y'all want to say he's reckless, Nick Cannon, as much as y'all want to say he's reckless, they're rich. They can afford to take care of any kid they pop out of a woman. And for all y'all say, well, what about Christmases and all that good stuff? Bro, rich enough to put all his kids on a private jet and bring them to him. What are y'all talking about?
What does the Bible say?
Be fruitful and multiply. So I just don't get the point where they say a broken family or how you gonna spend time with the kids. I'm like, he's Cam Newton. He's supposed to be out here getting money. He'll see the kids when he need to.
Maybe we stick to one.
It's like y'all be wanting niggas to
You're
be
not
around like
taking your
they the
time.
mothers.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time.
Eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent. They are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies because I can't wait to be a mom and I love the kids.
So you don't got a mom. So you're not a mom. So you
Can't
don't
wait
know
to be a mom. How old is this woman?
because she looks old, don't she?
Yeah, because if she's past 33, her chances of having kids,
Whoo, man, they don't went down the drain for
girl,
her
give
ass.
up. You ain't having no family.
Cause she talking about, I can't wait to have kids and all that good stuff. And I'm
Unless
just
you marry
like,
a man with kids.
okay, so how can you understand his situation then?
Man.
If you're a woman with no kids. And this is what I mean. It's like, all right, you never gave birth. So you don't understand what one
bet
birth
she
could
fell
do
for
to a
Kamala.
woman. Like, on God, you don't understand what one birth could do to a woman. Let's say he wanted more kids and you could probably only produce them 4 max. And he wanted more kids. What, he just supposed to stop because you can't produce? That ain't fair. So let's keep it a buck. She ain't never had a kid, so she don't know her body limit. And she looking pretty far along in age. So let's keep it a buck. Maybe Cam Newton need to be interviewing her on, well, where's your man at? And
Man.
why don't you got a man? And why are you grilling me about 3 women that I've successfully had relationships and kids with?
And another question, why do you hate men so much?
All right.
Kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy.
You're breeding broken families even though you're in their life and you're a proactive father. It's like, bro, you don't have a broken family if there is no broken bonds.
Exactly.
It's like, do you not understand what a family is comprised of? Is bonds, like the motherly bond you got with your mom, the fatherly bond you got with your dad. Is like a family is made up of the bonds that you share with these people that you share blood with.
Facts. I bet he got all, good relationships with all three of the baby moms. All
Bruh.
kids is well taken care of.
Bruh. And I'm pretty sure they're eating them up on the child support, if anything. They're good. He don't got no broken family. If he wanted to, I guarantee you he could put all his kids on a jet and fly them out for Christmas. Fly them out for a vacation.
Every child in the best private schools.
Bruh. But he's not the best example for this topic. Like, go find some ain't shit dude that got 8 kids and is broke or something. But Cam Newton, Nick Cannon, you kind of can't talk about them because I guarantee you they do spend time with their kids. If they want to, they can. But it's kind of funny how nobody ever put that together. Well, how do they spend time with their kids? Put them all on a bus or a jet and send them to daddy. Like, the hell?
Man.
I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far. But these families are still.
Shoot, if I had that much kids, boy, I'll send a game bus for them niggas.
Put it to him respectfully. She said, I'm just going to talk to you straight. And you know what?
They could have chose future Offset.
I don't know if we call it a compliment sandwich or an insult sandwich at this point. It's kind of like, I'm sure you're a great father and all the things that you can do and you're capable of doing. But what you're doing is very, very selfish. And I think a lot of men, particularly.
Here's the thing, though. How could he be selfish when he's oh so giving? Like, he's giving. He's low-key giving the baby mamas money for their kids. He's low-key giving these kids a better life. He's giving a lot more than he's getting out of this situation.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. So this is where I see that y'all are putting how you want him to live on him. Because this man is giving out his ass. Like, I can't call him a selfish man. Nick Cannon, I couldn't call that man a selfish man. He's paying money out of his hand. Like, bro, this man suffers from having all these kids and all these women, but he still does it. Cam Newton does low-key suffer from having all the 3 women and 8 kids, but he does it with joy. You can't call a man like that selfish now. If he wanted to be selfish, he'd just take all his money, dip off to another country.
You hear how he said he had 8 kids? He said that so proudly.
Yeah, he want more. He's a giving person. You can't be a giving person doing all that for your family and call him selfish because he ain't living the lifestyle that you want him to live.
Particularly of Cam Newton's caliber. And when I say caliber, I'm not talking about necessarily their moral compass. I'm more so talking about the fame and the status that they have. They think because I've reached a certain amount of elitism within society, I can just go around and do whatever I want, create as many kids as I want. I have the resources.
Sweetheart, I don't know where you from, but hey, niggas is doing that in the hood. I'm sorry. Niggas, actually, we're doing that at all levels, not just Cam Newton's level. I'll let you know right now. Yes, multimillionaire Cam Newton, 6-figure man. Bro, still doing the same thing. He'll have 8 kids, 3 baby mamas. Bro, nigga in the hood, 8 kids, baby mama. Bro, you'll even have somebody in the middle class. I don't know, like a mechanic or accountant, whatever. They can still do the same thing. I guarantee you they're out there. So you can't say, oh, it's when they get rich they want to do this. No, it's just certain men just do it. Now, I'm not saying they should do it, but things happen. And what do you want us to do? Just pick a family, choose our favorite one, and abandon the rest of them just so we can live the lifestyle that you want us to live?
I have the status, the women are willing and able, and they're popping out these children. So I'm just going to go about my business without committing to any of them, whether that is, a verbal and action-based commitment, or it's something legal like a marriage. And it doesn't work out specifically for the most vulnerable party in the situation, which is the children, let alone the fact that it doesn't work out for the woman. And really, Cam is the one coming out on top because he can just go around and do whatever he wants. And I hold this opinion across the board. The Nick Cannons of the world, whoever.
Well, what do we really know the situations of his baby mom? I'm pretty sure they're all taken care of. And, well, most women like to sit home and be taken care of and just take care of a kid. Contrary to feminist belief. But, yeah, a lot of women rather stay home and take care of their kid. So, I'm not sure what you're saying, like he's just being selfish with them. Like, what? Is he telling these women they can't have a job or a life outside of their kid or something? Like I said, he's the wrong guy for this conversation, for real.
Are millions of dollars and are going around creating so many babies that his Christmas, I bet on December 25th.
Hey, shout out to Nick Cannon, bro. Shout out, Nick.
Is a Zoom call with over 100 different parties on it.
A Zoom call with over 100 different parties.
100 different parties is wild.
Like, y'all come saying, we're talking about Nick Cannon, multi-millionaire, wilding out Nick Cannon. who can literally afford to put his kids, like I said, all on a private jet and send them straight to his house. Well, nearest airport, near his house. He can do that. He can get an entire party bus for his kids, game packed and all. Have them all get on that bus and come to him. He can do that. Bro, this man has enough money to take care of all these kids and be around each and every one of them. He can do that. Mm-hmm. Like, he don't even got to be with all the baby moms. He just got to say, hey, yo, send the kid out, man. He going to chill with their brothers and sisters, and there we go. And as you see, none of their baby mamas is beefing. They all cool with it because Nick being open. So like I said, it's because that he's not living the way y'all want him to. He's not sticking to one woman like you guys want him to, that y'all feel like they're broken. When really, I ain't gonna lie to you, they're just making a big family.
Man.
That's it.
He needs to chill out too. Doesn't matter how much money you have. And, a lot of people will say, you're gonna just attack the black men who are doing this, the Nick Cannons, the Cam Newtons.
It works, it works.
I'm gonna give it to Elon Musk too. That man is a billionaire with a B, and he's going around impregnating all these different women, saying that he's doing it in order to save the human population.
Man, me too. Shit, me too. I'm trying to save the population. My man is eating right now, man. What you talking about? He got one girl
kids
over here. He got one you don't even know about. Then you got this one. You got another one you don't even know about. Then he got 2 sons. Didn't even know about. Triplets. Well, hey, my man Elon. And then, all right, and he hooked up with this Grimes girl. He got his newest kid. And others that don't got pictures of. Hey, man, shout out Elon. And you still can't play, bro. What a billionaire would it be? This man could literally send a private jet for each one of his kids, a personal private jet for each one of his kids, and fly him to his location. This man could buy his kids an island and kick it with his kids all day. Bro, he's given to each and one of these baby moms to officially take care of his kids. I'm talking about all these women are probably just millionaires off taking care of his kids. That doesn't sound like a selfish man to me. A selfish man probably would just have 1 or 2 and keep all the money to himself and just go around slutting women out all day.
Man.
If you want to be real.
And this is just something that's necessary. Okay,
with no
if
key,
it's necessary,
condom
could you do
on.
it with one woman? Could you slow your roll in creating broken homes, despite your resources, and chill with one woman? Create as many kids as you want.
Broken homes, they living their best life.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Broken homes, like, bro, they can call dad when, bro. We live in a new technological world, bro. They can call dad whenever, bro. Back in the day when you had a successful parent, you ain't see that nigga at all. That nigga couldn't even call you. Okay.
Look, I would be proud to be one of his 12 kids.
What? Bro, I'm pretty sure all your 12 kid got a cell phone they can FaceTime dad on.
Yep.
What? I'm pretty sure bro will take out time every day for his kids. I'm pretty sure.
They all on the family plan.
Man. Bro, he probably paying all their bills. College is already paid for. He's doing a lot of giving to be selfish. And for those that say, oh, that's his responsibility. Oh, no, y'all calling him selfish now. So if he's selfish, that means he's irresponsible. So if he's being responsible, that means he's not selfish.
Structural integrity that is necessary to build a great life for a child. And that involves mommy and daddy being in the household and being there for them. And you can't possibly do that. No matter how many resources you have, how much fame you have, how much status you have.
They want the lifestyle that she's trying to project the lifestyle that she wants onto him. It's like, okay, well, I want my man just to pop 8 kids out of me. So that's why she don't agree with it. That's what I'm saying. They keep trying to project, well, you should just get with one woman, produce hella kids. And I'm like, bro, most women can't do that. I'm be real with you. Most women cannot produce hella kids. A lot of niggas get
their
lucky.
bodies can't handle it.
I'm telling you, especially if they ain't black.
Some women literally die having kids.
Especially if they ain't black. So, and sweetheart, you're lacking a little bit in melon, so I don't know. But it probably look like you got a good 3-4 in you, and then you're done. And then if he says he want one more, you tell him you can't. Then what? Surrogate?
She look like she got a good 1 or 2 in her.
I'm weak as hell. Okay, well, my girl said you got a good 1 or 2.
You can never fully be there for the amount of children that you're creating with the amount of women that you are creating them with. So I'm so glad that this doctor is not beating around the bush and she's coming straight to him and telling him, no, this is selfish.
But you can, though. I just put out multiple examples where, yes, Cam Newton could get all of his kids on a plane, send them to him. He can buy all of his kids, send them to one location, meet them there. Bro, he can see all of his kids whenever he wants. Shoot, he can do a 7-day week break of just visiting his family. Why not?
Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not
like, yeah, bro, they can call this man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not really fair what they're doing here.
saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you feel the fear, do it anyways? And yeah, that is a...
I'm sorry, but how's that a selfish act? If his assets are splits up because one will want to be overly greedy with him, she can overly take from the other ones. So one could go ahead and low-key pull maybe 50% of his income to the point where it makes it harder for him to provide for the rest. So him not being married and him not having any legal obligations to these women serves in his best interest and the kid's best interest. Now, he may not be able to articulate that, but somebody in this camp low-key told him, yeah, it's best you not get married, because if any one of your baby mamas want to pull resources, it's going to be a whole lot harder for you to take care of your kids.
That's fact.
And I know a lot of niggas who, yes, baby mamas will take from one and he can't even afford the other. And if it maybe he'd never been on child support, he'd been able to do for all his kids. I'm telling you, just take one.
Low functioning behavior to say that
no, he does. He does.
To create these homes. Oh, let me go better. I'm gonna build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them. But I ain't gonna
what's
create a
up,
home
Planet? Appreciate you.
I'm gonna wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody who you're spending your life with.
Well, you're not a man and you're not a rich man like Cam is, so you don't have as much on the line. So that's what I'm saying. It's like she's trying to relate herself to him. Well, I don't know why you would do this. I'm thinking you're doing it out of fear. And he's going like, no, I just have a lot to lose. That's all he's doing this on. If a lot of people are trying to frame him as this bad guy because he has multiple women, and that's not Cam Newton. I'm gonna be real with you. He's not a bad guy. Like, you got the wrong man. I'm telling y'all, he's not the man. Neither is Nick Cannon. These are not bad people. We all know this. They take care of their kids. Like, let's be real.
And then I'm gonna build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just tell me when I can solve.
Hey, and that's only going to happen if he married one of them. Think about it. Married one of them. He tried to move on to the next one. That one gets salty, goes to court, run him through the ringer. Now it's hard for him to give money to his other kids, or the other kids get less because he married one, got divorced, and then, he got 2 other kids. So that guy, I'm saying, it was in his best interest not to marry none of them. I'm gonna be real with you, not to marry none of them, especially when, you can kind of get that out of women these days.
Now, if he's showing them all the same love and respect, then it works out.
Yeah, but they are his kids after all. Like, come on, guys. All right, let's put yourselves as Cam Newton. You telling me you wouldn't do whatever to go see your kids? You tell me you got all this money, you can't go put your kids on a jet to come see you on Christmas, holidays? You telling me you can't take a nice little, I got a little free time. Let me take a plane over and visit these niggas. Like, y'all can make it work, but you gotta understand. Also, he's rich. He's a busy man.
Exactly.
Why are y'all expecting a busy, high productive man to be in the house 24/7?
Man.
Like, when has that ever been a thing? It's like only in the black community where we expect high productive men to sit in the house like they're fucking women.
All his child has to do is be like, Daddy, send the Cash App. He's sending it.
Bruh, Daddy, I'm hitting you with a FaceTime. He gonna answer. Y'all killing me.
Yeah, almost.
You got the wrong guy. Wrong guy.
That's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing.
Which matters more?
I love that she said, oh my gosh, she's eating them up, but she's doing it so beautifully. I love that she's talking about how this sort of fear that he may have towards a long-term commitment is not necessarily one that's going to dissipate with time, and it might not necessarily be something that goes away. Or
sadly to say, this is the best move for his kids. Like, for one woman not to be able to tug on his assets, this is the best move for his kids at the moment. And if I was him, I'd keep riding it out like this, making sure these women are well taken care of. And guess what? You can control it because they can't drag your ass to court for real. And I'm going to be real with you. Yes, they can get child support off my man. But guess what? They'll get a whole lot more money if they don't do that to him.
at least that thought that may nag you in the back of your brain, and probably nags not only the back of the brains of many men, but many women too. It's hard to grapple with this idea of...
Planet, I feel you, but let's be real though. He's not a bad guy. When have we ever known Cam Newton for being a bad guy? Towards women either. Like, when have we ever known Nick Cannon to be a bad guy towards women? As far as we know, these are like the two simpiest dudes on the internet with big platforms. Like, the dog. I'm pretty sure all their kids feel just fine. And here's the thing. Dads do not need to be around as much as, well, for some reason, women think we need to be. Think about it. We're supposed to be making all this money, providing for a family and all this good stuff. What time do we have to spend in the house all day with the kid? Like, that don't even make sense. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird. Like, you want a productive nigga with, like, but he's gonna do lazy things. I'm not saying that chilling with your kids is lazy. It's just that if you're a productive man, you can't spend all that time in the house. Like, that's weird. Especially if you out here making money. There's just no way that's happening. And if they expect that out of us, well, they're gonna break their own heart.
Committing to one person for the rest of your life, not knowing all that entails, not knowing how the relationship is going to evolve, not knowing what you're going to want, recognizing all these.
Let me tell y'all something, because y'all need to read Napoleon Hill and the chapter about sexual transmutation. Highly productive, highly successful men have a high sexual nature. That's that. Yes. And think about it. When he gets these kids and then relationship ends, what, he's supposed to go no pussy? I'm just saying. And he can afford them all, and he love kids. Don't you love kids? I want 10. I want 10 kids. I love kids. What if bro just like kids? Why have so many kids? Why is it a bad idea to have many kids? As a black community, we're falling in birth rate. So if Cam Newton is doing us a justice, he producing 8 soon-to-be millionaire kids, or soon-to-be at least 6-figure kids, or well-educated kids. At least he's doing us a service. There's dudes out here that's really fucking us up that got 14 kids in poverty. But this man got 8 kids in a mansion, and we're coming at his neck? It's crazy work. It's crazy work.
Temptations that you have, but I think the strength in...
I'm all about family, but he has a family. No, bro. That is masculinity. He has a family. He takes care of his whole family. He gives to the women. He gives to the mothers. He gives to his children. He puts stuff beside. This does not benefit Cam Newton, not once. So how is he selfish? Where is he lacking in the masculinity if a man's supposed to be a servant to his people? Where is it? That's what I'm saying. Women don't know real masculinity. They try to paint it with the brush that they want it to be. They want, like, they don't know, okay? They just don't know. Like I always say, man, all women say they don't want a bitch ass nigga, but they really want a bitch ass nigga. And you want a bitch ass nigga, you expect him to be rich and at the house all day with the kids. Like, stop watching these damn movies. It don't work like that.
For women, it shows up in their own way, is conquering that fear and saying, you know what, I'm going to man up. I'm going to make a commitment to somebody, especially if I'm going to bring children into the world. I'm going to do right by these kids. Now it's a whole nother thing. If you decide you want to be a bachelor and a playboy and you never bring kids into the world, and that's the life that you want to lead, and you can lead that for as long as it feels healthy and happy for you. But as soon as you bring kids into the world, your life is no longer about you. It's about them. And sacrifice comes with that responsibility.
Yeah, and he sacrificed resources every day. I'm pretty sure he calls them to sacrifice time every day. Like, yeah, he's sacrificing. Oh man, he sacrificed a lot more than most niggas. I'll tell you that. Or most black men.
You have to hold yourself accountable, and it seems as though Cam Newton is not ready to hold himself accountable. But let's wait and hear his response, because maybe he'll turn a new leaf.
And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved.
I can give you that one.
Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box.
I am not saying go out there and have multiple baby moms. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's the wrong man to judge on this because, well, all his kids is taken care of. And she's saying that he creates broken families, but there's no bonds that are broken in his family. And I will say it again. A family is made up of bonds. And if there's no broken bonds in your family, then he's good. He knows his kids. He can go see his kids. He's cool with his baby moms. All the bonds are good in his family. There is no breaking in there. Now, if he ain't see his kids and his baby mom's over there raking them for money and all that good stuff, then you can say he has a broken family. But that's not the situation. It's not.
And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're...
Look, just because a poly relationship didn't work for one person, don't mean it ain't going to work for the next person.
That's facts.
Everybody's different, bro. Like I said, bro, there's really some people who, okay, let's go take weed, for example. There's people who smoke weed and have a crazy reaction. I mean, you really shouldn't do it again. And there's some people who smoke the same weed and it's like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's the same thing with poly relationships. There's some women who can do it, some men who can deal with all that emotion, and there's some women who can't, and there's some dudes who can, or who can't deal with that all the female emotion. Like, bro, you can't expect everything to work out for everybody. Like, okay, you see a poly relationship work, don't mean it's gonna work for you. You see it don't work, don't mean it's not gonna work for you. You gotta do things on your own. You can't go off nobody else's life. You gotta live your own life first. And go off your own experience.
Looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in a box. It's unhealthy.
And I want to point out that the victims are really the children. It also must be called out that there are women who are willingly engaging with Cam Newton in this way, who are willingly bringing children into the world, and they shouldn't.
Well, maybe they're willingly doing it because he's willingly taking care of them. Like, I'm just saying, like, think about it. Do you think it would be like... Do you think they would do it if they didn't see how the other baby mamas was living? They probably look at Instagram right now, look at their baby mom and be like, oh, she got this, that, and this. Oh, I'll go be a baby mama too. Yes, that's what women do. And that's what they've been doing since the beginning of time. They see the other women of the rich men and they be like, well, shit, can I be one of your women too? They've been doing that for a minute now. This is not like new female behavior. It's like, let's be real. Monogamy was honestly created for that's gonna sound so mean, but monogamy was damn near created for the betas of society, because then women would just gain up on all the alpha males, and they controlled the alpha males because then they just be having 5-6 women, and it kind of brought us down to one, which is not a bad thing. I'm gonna be real with you, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying having one woman is a bad thing. I'm just explaining where this all came from. Because if you ask the Muslims, they don't believe in that stuff. If you ask actually other countries with rich men, they would look at you crazy going like, I'm supposed to be a one woman G. Like, look me dead in my eyes and you going to tell a Russian oligarch he's supposed to be a one woman? You're going to tell a Saudi man like that, one of the what was it? The Saudi Arabian royalty, the Sunnis or whatever. You're going to tell them they're going to have one woman? At this point, you are putting your culture on other people. You're putting your way of life that you want on other people. And hey, if it works for Cam and it don't work for you, then that's okay.
Never do that in the first place. They should exercise discernment and know that this is a man who you should not make a baby with, and yet they do it anyways. There's so many different cycles of dysfunction taking place.
This is true. That's true though. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't lying.
That little child.
And it's a huge dysfunction within our Black community that I truly believe personally, statistically, mental health wise, and community wise, that Black men would stop.
Black men would what?
Stop doing that, that they would stop that dysfunctional behavior of compartmentalizing and creating houses, not homes, and then finally a home with the wife. And then you have all these other houses that are homeless, but you over here at some point when you do get a wife, if you do, I'm saying if that's what you want, you will, you'll get whatever you want, you're trying to create a home. Totally dysfunctional and extremely, that's the epitome of selfish.
How?
I'm done, you can go for it.
Okay, say less. All right, so what identifies as a broken home?
Please, see, I like how he said that. Like, what identifies as a broken home? Because like, now you just made a whole definition. Like, oh, it's a broken home because I say so, because you didn't want to get with one woman, so I say so that you're in a broken home. It's like, yeah, everything is based off her and how she wants him to live his life. You kind of see how she's projecting that? And if she's a real therapist or a relationship therapist, she would the first thing she would ask is, yo, how a relationship with your kids? How a relationship with your baby moms? Oh, those are good? Okay, then you're cool then. How a relationship with other women? All right, those are good as well. Well, as long as you're not hurting nobody, you're good. Not, well, let me shame you into dating one woman. That ain't gonna work. Now Cam gonna go out there and get him 3 more baby mamas.
As an intellectual here, what identifies as a broken home? I don't even need to explain that. I'll just leave it.
No. Please explain that. No, that is something you actually have to explain. Because I said a broken home is a a broken family or a broken home is a home with broken bonds. Mm-hmm. There's no broken bonds in his family, in his home. Everybody knows him. Everybody can get in contact with him. What do you mean? You know, you got to explain that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are projecting y'all lifestyle onto him.
What you have going on with these, whoever you're not in the house with, is a broken home. It's called a blended family. It's called a blended family.
That means
that the family is blended. So blended.
So blended means broken.
Now, Plain, I do have to ask you this question. Why do you have a disposition to look at the situation negatively? So you see a relationship, and you automatically just think like negative thoughts? You know, just think about where your mindset is right now. Cause that's like me looking at every like one woman relationship, be like, oh, that's that. Oh, that guy must be miserable. He only gets to mess with one girl. Like, no, I'm thinking that guy must be happy. Just like I'm seeing a poly relationship. Oh, that's gonna mess up one day. No, I'm like, oh man, that guy's doing pretty well. I hope that works out. It's like you kind of have this negative disposition towards poly relationship, but it's okay though. I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm. So the guy that you were entertaining, you would go as low as 26.
Like Planet. 90% of businesses fail. Does that mean you're never going to start a business and try to make your own money? Just because there's the more likeliness of you failing?
That I would entertain?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
And
dude, marriage is risky too. You tell me you would have never get married because 80%
Whatever
of
man
those
that doesn't
fail?
have kids.
Like,
as high as
whoever doesn't have kids, whatever age he is with no kids.
I just
okay.
No, that's the age. I'm saying I don't have an age range as far as how old if he has no kids.
So your
he's a candidate.
non-negotiable is a person who does not have children.
Oh, goodness. He's trying so hard. I really must give it to him. I also gotta say, he should not be listened to on this subject matter. It's so clear he should not be listened to on this subject matter, and I get that it's his podcast. He gets to take the conversation wherever it goes, but...
Like, I'd agree with her there, though. I gotta agree with her on that one. But I don't agree with her for the same reason like she's going on. I'm agreeing on the fact that, one, he's just not the right guy. He takes care of his kids. And if there was any BS going on with his baby mamas, I'm pretty sure she'd be the first to bring it up. I'm pretty sure he'd be the first to bring it up and be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I do be beefing with him. I don't get to see one kid. It's like, no, he says, I see all of them. I love them. I'm cool with the baby moms.
Yeah.
Let that be that. Like, why it gotta be more complicated than just him loving his kids and being cool with his baby moms? If he got a bond with his kids, there is no broken family.
Right, like she really trying to troll this man.
Hey, she going in though. She going in.
Man, for so many reasons.
But I'm be real with you.
The fact that he has a hat on.
He's a terrible debater. He's a terrible debater. I ain't even gonna lie. But Cam Newton cannot defend himself for some reason. Because if I was him, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'd have got that old girl together. I'm gonna be real with you. I'd have had her together.
I would start trolling
in
her
order
like,
to push his
where's your man
threats
at? How come you don't have no kids?
This conversation was over before.
How old are you?
Like, do you think you're projecting onto me because you want a man like me to do what you're telling me to do? Don't you think you might be projecting onto me a little bit? That's what I'd ask her. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the type of man she wants is Cam Newton's type.
I would ask her, how many real relationships have you been in?
Nah, I would ask her this exactly. I would be like, hey, yo, I see that one. I'm pretty sure I'm the guy, type of guy you would want. You know, rich, successful, athletic. But what you want, though, is a guy like me to operate how you just said. It's like, okay, you want me. If I want 10 kids, you want me to pop them all out of you. And that's okay if you want that, but why are you shaming him just because he don't want to live the way you want him to live? At this point, there's nothing wrong with him. They're like, he's good. He's doing everything he needs to do as a man. Like, what? Shoot, man, you ask the Muslim niggas, he should keep going. He one down. He need one more.
Oh.
My non-negotiable is a person with kids, but yes, I get how you're saying it, yes.
So you cannot date a person. You cannot be with a person.
I can, but I'm choosing not to.
So...
I can be with anyone, but I'm choosing not to. I gotta correct it. It's my narrative, Cam.
You're like jumping in, jumping out. It's either.
Cam. No, it's not. I can't. There's no such thing. I can date whoever I want.
Now, just like you can find the negatives, I'm positive I can go out there and find the positives of a poly relationship. You can find negatives. I can find the positives. Now, like I said, I'm not saying I support poly relationships. I'm cool with them. I don't care. Do what you want to do. But I'm pretty sure I can find the positives. And then here's the thing. Can you honestly say the one-woman relationships are working any better? Like, come on now, let's be real. Especially marriage statistics. So statistically, those ain't working either. And statistically, the poly ships ain't working either. So what are we saying? At this point, you might as well just choose which one you'd rather not work with. Or which one you rather fail on you, basically.
Equipped to do so.
But for
So
the
I'm not
ones
going to
that
allow
are
that
working,
word to be something
shout
that
out
fits
to
what
them.
I can't do.
More
I'm
than
well
one
equipped to date
income.
anybody.
Oh, God.
My
Oh, weak.
preference,
Yes.
because there's nothing wrong with a lot of men who have
Hey,
kids.
I'm
So I
just
don't want
saying.
to.
Hey, man, she said, hey, you can have 2 incomes, you can have 3 or 4. Take your pick.
Put that narrative out there.
Yes.
My personal preference is I would not choose to date a man with kids.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're dating a man with kids. Just a scenario.
Oh, okay, got it.
You're
Yes.
dating a man with kids.
Yes.
So you've identified that that's a broken home from the jump. With your
Yes.
verbiage of blended family means broken.
I've identified that
Blended family means broken. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy. So you saying that, wait, every woman or guy with a stepmom or stepdad in the house, broken family?
Yeah, like I don't like how they're wording that.
That's wild as hell. I'm like, sweetheart, and I ain't gonna lie, man. We ain't got too many like real families in the black
I have
community.
a stepdad.
Shoot, same here. I had a
I have
stepdad.
2,
Like, man, you telling
and
me?
they both are great.
Man, oh God, I had a stepdad and my real dad was in my life. So it's just
Man.
like I don't really see the problem. I never seen the problem. We all had great bonds and all that. Me and my brothers and sisters are all cool and all that good stuff. And here's the
Yep.
thing. My real dad got a whole bunch of kids from and here's the thing. My dad got 8 from like 4 or 5 different women. And we all know each other and we're cool.
Mine does too.
And guess what? It all depends on Loki. I'm gonna be real with you. Just the character of the child at a certain point is, well, do you want to be hateful towards that man? And here's the thing, my dad ain't even rich. And I wasn't hateful towards him for what he did. At the end of the day, it's your life. Now, if you want to be resentful towards your parents and all that for whatever reason, that ain't gonna help you too much for real.
I'm dating a broken man who is creating who he is, because we could
My
teach what we
daddy
know,
was
we
rich.
create who
He
we
got
are.
money,
And
but
so
that's a
broken
different
people
story.
create brokenness, whether it's through a child, whether it's through a relationship, whether it's through themselves. It doesn't have to be a beautiful baby, but you're creating brokenness. And broken people can come from married households. I'm not saying that a 2-parent household can't create the result of a child who then has brokenness and creates broken blended families everywhere. I'm not negating
That's
that.
not my point.
No, I know, I'm making that point. But yes.
But my
Okay,
point.
you're being fair.
my
You're being
answer-
fair.
Can't even follow a discussion in healthy conversation well enough to understand when somebody's making their own separate point and in no way, shape, or form attacking the points that
And you fail to understand when somebody's projecting their lifestyle onto somebody else and wondering why they can't do it themselves. Like, cause here's the thing: this woman is about like in her mid-30s, talking about she ain't got no kids, trying to shame a man who has a whole family is crazy. When you haven't produced nothing, like I said, you ain't got no kids. This man got 8 kids into the world, making sure they're gonna be educated and everything. They're all taken care
Great
of.
relationships with the mothers, all that.
And you ain't got none? Like, you're blaming a man who got it though. Just cause he ain't with him like the way you would want a man like that to be with you. Like I said, that's just projection at the end of the day.
he is attempting to make, even though by the very end of this we will decide he really has no point except wanting to defend himself, defend his actions. And I'm thinking maybe an underlying attraction to this woman, and he just can't accept the fact that she would not date him or sleep with him. That seems to be something that's driving his pushback. He really wants her to admit that there is some scenario in this reality where she would date a man who has children, and she's telling him outright there is no scenario in which this is going to happen. And I like that she says that dysfunction can be born out of so many different scenarios, including nuclear families and in a 2-parent household. But when we look at, single parent households, specifically parents where it's just a single mom and there's no father in the household, fatherlessness is a huge issue. And it ups your likelihood of so many different problems. It ups your likelihood of experiencing homelessness, imprisonment, both being a victim of abuse and...
Yeah, but like I said, that's if the father's out the home. Like, sweetheart, do you know the actual... It's like... Does she know what an actual fatherless household is? Does she think this Cam Newton don't ever visit his kids or something?
Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you're making it sound like it's a hood nigga situation. Like, oh yeah, this nigga done left and never came back.
Sound like he a broke nigga.
Yeah, it's like you trying to make him sound like, bro, this nigga Ray Ray or something.
Man.
Like, nah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all have the wrong man for this example that you're trying to do here. It's like, oh, we just shame men with multiple baby mamas, just like they shame women for having. Like, here's the problem though: these men who have multiple baby mamas, now the ones that y'all are shaming can afford them. Can afford them. When we're shaming these women for having multiple baby daddies and have kids, they can't afford them. That's the problem. Or they can afford them and they're still chasing that nigga down for child support. Kim Kardashian.
A perpetrator of abuse, your rate of chronic illness, things like obesity, diabetes goes up when you don't have a father in the household, your likelihood of dropping out of high school.
And you know what, Planet, you gotta think about it like this. Being a baby mama of a rich man must be good. Think about it like this. If women are signing up for it, because we're not women here, so we don't know. But looking at the results of Nick Cannon, it must be good. It must be. Like, think about it. He's taking care of everything. Everything's good. You just gotta have this nigga's kid and your life is set as a woman. That don't sound like a selfish nigga to me. That just sounds like a man who's just handing out the good life to bad bitches. Excuse my language.
Never seeing the inside of a college, all of these different things that can, set you on a wrong path in life. The statistical likelihood of those things happening increases if you don't have a father in the home. So this is
but Cam Newton's in the home. Like, and if she was to try to argue that with me, I'm like, are you really trying to say that man 365 a day, 365 days in a year, he's not in the home? Are you really trying to say that? Because that's the statistics of a single mother or a single father household, or a single mother household, not having the father there. That man is not fucking there. Okay? We're talking about a man who's there. And even if he's not there 365, even if he's only there 65, at least he's supporting these kids. When a single father household, that means the father ain't supporting the kid for real. That's a single parent household in the truest sense. That would breed that crime and all that good stuff. And inmates.
Risk that Cam Newton is taking on for his children. It's a risk that his children have now incurred because of his selfishness and his inability to lead his life now, without
not planning. Like I said, if a woman knows what she's signing up for and she knows this man has multiple women, she knows what she needs to do is have a kid and that's it. It's like, what insecurity is there if you know what you're getting into?
Yeah.
It's like, what could she be? Now, I can understand if he sprung it on her. Yeah, there may be some insecurities, but if these women know about each other, they know what they're getting into. Where's the insecurity? They're all getting money. Shoot, they all got a kid with this man. Like, where's the insecurity? Everybody got a kid. Everybody getting money out of this man. Everybody equal.
And that's like Nick Cannon with his multiple kids and baby mamas.
And this is why even the Muslim religion, they say when you do have multiple wives, you have to treat all of them equal so that doesn't happen.
Creating children. And that is, as she said, the epitome of selfishness.
The answer is,
it's really not
identified that those homes are houses without a home.
If it ain't worked out, it ain't worked out.
But also that he's a broken man.
But you're going to be with a broken man.
No, I won't. I just said I wouldn't be with a man. I wouldn't be with a broken man who has multiple kids. I will
No, not multiple. I'm talking
a kid. It doesn't matter.
So you're not going to date a man with children.
He just cannot accept this reality.
No, I think the problem is that, and he's not articulating it right, but you're not. Wait, hold on. Did you just say that men with children are broken? And like, that's kind of crazy. That is a bit crazy, Switch. So men with children are broken, basically. And if they have children and they don't, and they're not with their wife or they're not with the mother of the child, they're broken, right?
Man,
that's wild as hell to say.
That is wild.
I think that's what Cam Newton was trying to get down. He's like, did you hear what you just said? Like, sweetheart, are you sure you don't want to like kind of build a level here? Because you just flatline said that, oh, well, if you have a child, you're broken to me. I'm like, sweetheart, all right, well, let me frame it like this. Oh, well, if a girl has a kid, she's broken to me. All right, now do you hear the craziness?
You cannot accept what she is saying. The answer is hell no. I'm not going to date a man that has kids. And he just
But that's not what she said. She said that men who have kids are broken. And she wouldn't date a broken man. And he's trying to rationalize it like, hold on. So our kids would do, like, you're saying that we're broken? And I doubt that Cam Newton is broke or broke in. He kind of lives a fulfilling life, if you want to be real. Think about it, he gets to do a podcast every day, talk to all these interesting people whenever he wants. He had a successful NFL career with a ring.
Man.
So, what's broken? Please tell me. Well, what is he missing in life?
Can't fathom it. And maybe it's because he's been so successful in building relationships with women who do not care that he's going around creating broken homes. And that's an indictment on their character as much.
Well, let's be real. I don't think nobody considers a man taking care of this woman's home and going to the next woman's home to take care of that while also taking care of her. They wouldn't really consider that him making broken homes, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, my nigga making mansions right now. He's like, all right, gotta set you up in your mansion. You up in your mansion. You gotta get yours. It's like, what? Broken homes. And he knows his kids too. And he kicks it. Oh, yes. That's what I'm saying. Y'all reaching. And my man like 6'4" and all that, man. Look, bro, this dude creating future NFL players for us. Let my man cook out there, bro. Come on, man. Cam Newton, bro. Give us 20, man. Fuck what they talking about. Give us 20.
It is an indictment on his character. We need to start exercising more discernment when it comes to who we engage with. And we should not allow men like this to just run around getting all these baddies and making them into baby mamas. Should not allow it.
No, but let me clear this up because you...
Yeah, but what you gonna do with a society ran by men, though? When all the richest men low-key hide that shit like they're like that, and then have all the side women on the side to feed y'all women that fairy tale that y'all love so much. What are you gonna do about it? Well, here's the thing you can do. You can find a man that aligns with your values, and I'm pretty sure she can. There's a lot of dudes who just want to date one woman. You know, God forbid they get rich, though. Here's the problem. It's like, it's really hard, actually. I don't know too much niggas with a lot of money that low-key just stick to one woman, huh? I don't. I know a couple. I ain't gonna lie. I know some couple like niggas got money and they're loyal. They're loyal. But if I line up 10 of these niggas, bro, I only know 2 of them that's gonna be loyal. Okay?
Man.
And we're all about niggas 6 figures up. And we're talking about dudes who can go out, take a picture and rack it up on likes on Instagram and all that good stuff. Talking about them guys. And most girls are gonna go. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think she knows too much how that world works for us.
No, I said, are you listen to what I'm saying?
I heard you. Let me answer it. Hold on. We all have a level of brokenness. So will I date a broken man? Yes. Am I going to date a certain type of brokenness? No.
Of course you're not.
And that type of brokenness is a man who has kids outside of me isn't something that's conducive for what I want forever.
But
look, Neo Planet, it doesn't matter if he favors a family more or not. It don't. It really don't. It don't matter if he favors a family more or not. He still has to take care of them all the same. Like, it don't even matter if he expresses that he has a favoritism. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like my kid with Keisha more, man. The kid cuter or whatever. It could be as wild as that, but you know, I still gotta send like, you know, 30K to all y'all niggas. I still gotta do it. I still love them. It's just, you know, you my favorite one. You can still have a favorite and still be a good man to all of his kids. It's like, I don't know what this is, but it's crazy that, like I said, women honestly don't know how good men could be. And they don't know how big of a hearts, honestly, we could have. Y'all don't know. Y'all think that we're these evil people who just want to sleep with all the women, but nah. We actually are pretty accountable for our actions, especially Cam Newton. Like, let's be real. It's not like he's shooting out these kids and being like, oh, that's not mine. I don't want to take care of it. Oh, men should be able to disown their kids. No, he's not on that. Neither is Nick Cannon. So y'all got the wrong people. Like, bro, you need to go find Ray Ray out in there in the hood with like 7, 8 kids and pick his ass up, bring him to the front stage and be like, what the fuck wrong with you? You creating broken families. Because he's actually creating broken families. They're creating brand new mansions for their families. There's a difference here.
No.
So that goes to my point. I'm trying to ask a question. You have 2 different men right here. One man who has...
I will not date a man with kids.
Okay, that's all I'm asking.
Yes.
I'll give you that one.
Okay,
I'll give you that one, please.
Was that all you were asking, Cam? Was that all you were asking? He really wanted to make some sort of point here, and I can't figure out what it was.
Now, sweetheart, bro, he's Cam Newton. You don't think Cam Newton can get a 20-year-old baddie? You don't think Cam Newton can get like a woman way younger than her? Come on now. Come on. It's funny, though. It's funny that she thought that. Like, I think Cam Newton was trying to gain understanding. I don't think he was trying to hit. And if he was, well, hey, he got me there. But nah, Cam Newton got money to mess around for real.
Is it really
And
that
he
he wants
don't.
this woman to admit that he would have a chance at the end of the day? Is he running away from his own actions so much and he can't accept his own selfishness that he really needs to hear her say that there is a world in which she would date a man with kids? Maybe that's what it is. But she's got him. She hit the nail right on the head in telling him that what you've done is selfish. You are a broken man and you are creating broken homes as a result of your own brokenness. And so many people need to hear that. And I think a lot of these men don't necessarily get confronted.
Now, Planet, but the mother has to, you're right, but the mother has to feed that resentment. And I don't think a mother gonna feed a kid resentment, she getting that check. You feel me? Like I said, we're talking about two separate things here. We're talking about a broke dude with hella kids and a rich man with hella kids. These are two different realities we're talking about. They do not experience the same thing. They do not have the same resentment towards their father at all, because, like, come on now. One could have resentment because, one, you weren't there, you never supported me. One could sit there and be mad and be like, okay, one, you weren't there, but at least you supported me, or you were there and you supported me. It's like, bro, the rich man could at least sit back, not take care of his kid, and pay for everything for the rest of that kid's life, and that kid could have some type of gratefulness towards him. The poor man, that kid ain't got shit for that nigga.
Face to face with their actions and with the consequences of their actions, and that's something that is necessary. And he might not yet be in a position to take accountability for what he's done, but I hope that one day he is. Him alongside all the Nick Cannons and the Elon Musks and every other person who is deciding to really...
They're rich. They can afford it. All of Elon's kids will be billionaire, bro. This man can afford to see all of his kids, bro. He really can. Actually, it's a sad fact that he was actually in contact with one of his kids, talking to him. His kid, damn near, and his mom talked his kid into getting one of these little puberty sex changes because they told him that his kid was going to commit suicide, unalive himself. And now his kid can no longer, produce no more. So he lost one of his sons, pretty much. His son cannot produce. Yeah. And it was low-key through what the mom fed him. So let's be real here. Is the real danger to the kid the dad or the mother? Let's keep it a buck. Most of these kids, be getting fucked up in these rich family relationships because of the mother. All right, let's take in Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's son was very freaking spoiled. And Jackie Chan didn't like it. To the point where he had to cut his son off and make his son earn his shit. But wanna know why the son got like that? Because of the mom. So, in a point, you're kind of right. But when we're dealing with you are right, Planet, in a way that, when a father is there, it does prevent a child from developing a certain characteristic or bad character traits. But when you are a highly productive man, every highly productive man know they have to make sacrifices at this point. And family is going to be one of those sacrifices. If you think there's a work-life balance in being a rich man or a highly productive man, there isn't. I'll tell you that right now, there is not. You got to choose one. And it's going to be fun. It's a fucked up choice. But if you can't make it, then you better be happy where you're at right now.
Perpetuate this ill-honest society of creating broken homes with broken outcomes. It's a message that many need to hear. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Those are my thoughts on everything going on with Cam Newton and this brilliant Dr. Cheyenne. She was fantastic. Shout out to her. I want to thank her for just being straightforward and not being afraid to go there in the conversation. Let me know your thoughts.
I'm going to have to do the full reaction to the full. Maybe I'll probably put that one in the vertical, see how that one does. But yeah, I'll probably do the full reaction to this one, to the whole interview. I did find it. And there was definitely a lot of topics being discussed. So we're going to get into it because she was also discussing the whole political with Kamala Harris and all that good stuff. So it got political in there as well. Anyway, though, man, I'll catch you on the next one, man. This is Set with Set and Key Media, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Wait. Yeah, I'll see you.